Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So the Tetley Tea folk, I'm sure we're all familiar with them, whether you've seen them on packaging, TV adverts or on memorabilia like I'm going to show you today. So we've got some Tetley Tea folk figures, some houses and some teapot shaped houses. I'm going to go through them and I had to look up some of the Tetley Tea folk names because I remembered a couple of them but couldn't remember some of the others, and also when they first appeared in adverts. I'll let you know that, as well as some other details as well. And if you have any of these figures and other Tetley Tea merchandise, let me know in the comments. Now, there may be some missing from the sets, I'm not too sure. They do have numbers on them, but I can't find any reference online to what they refer to, so if anyone knows, let me know in the comments. But let's start off with the first one. So of the Tetley Tea folk, we have the Gaffer. Now, he's the oldest of the Tetley Tea folk, and he was first in an advert in 1973. So the advert's been going for a long time. I understand the Tetley Tea folk were brought back recently because they were retired from the advert world, but then they were brought back because of declining sales, and obviously they are a popular set of mascots. If you're to name some famous mascots or brands, I'm sure the Tetley Tea folk will be up there in the top 10. And this figure is from 1994. Most of them are between 1994 and 1996. Got some of 1997, and I can't remember if these were given away with Tetley Tea special packs, or you had to send away from them. I'm not sure. If someone knows, they can let me know. But there is the Gaffer with his cup of tea in all his glory there, and big white coats, which they need for when they're producing the Tetley Tea. And these are nicely well made, these figures. So you can go there, Gaffer. Now, the next one we have, now this is a character I remember vaguely. So some of these we've got one of, like the Gaffer, but like this next one we've got two of. Now, this is Sydney, and this first one is from 1994. He's proudly holding a Tetley tea bag there, and their distinctive round shape. I think they're still round. I don't drink Tetley, I drink PG Tips, but they're still round. And also he's got his white coat on there as well. Sydney's one I remember as well. And Sydney is the second oldest, and he first starred in Tetley Tea ad in 1975. And he's kind and gentle and a bit clumsy, which I do remember being showcased in the adverts. And then the second one we have of Sydney is he's playing a bass there, and yeah, so there's a few of these ones with musical instruments. So I don't know if they were like a set on their own. This one was released in 1995. Maybe they were starting a Tetley Tea folk band. By the way, the Gaffer, so his backstory is he worked his way from being a tea boy to the head of the Tetley Tea folk, and like I said, he's in charge. So, and that's the other Sydney figure from 1995. So let's stick you there. So the next one we have is Morris. Now there's two of these figures as well I've got. Because I already had a couple of figures, but I got like a load of them, about 30 plus from a boot sale recently. Some are duplicates, but it's nice to have the collection. So Morris first appeared in adverts in 1982. He's an engineering genius whose machines keep Tetley the cutting edge of technology. And this one is from 1994. He's got a nice cup of tea there, and you can see he's got a pencil side of his ear, or a pen to make all his notes that he needs. And then this is the other Morris figure, and he's playing, is that a clarinet, I think? So this one's from 1995, so they all seem to have a musical side to them. So maybe they were making a Tetley Tea folk band, maybe some kind of band they were going to do. So let's put you there. I do need to look at the adverts again, actually. Do have a couple on video. I'm going through the process of transferring VHS stuff that I've got recorded and putting into digital format, so I'm sure there is at least a couple of Tetley Tea ones on there, so I will dig them out at some point. So the next one we have is Clarence, and he's known as the Waker Upper. He first appeared in 1989, and he makes sure that all the Tetley Tea folk get up to work on time. He's a young and cheeky character. There's two figures, and they're both from 1995. He's got a red top on there. He's got his ghetto blaster in this figure, and his cap on back to front, very 90s. And this one, he's playing the guitar. Now, the Waker Upper, I can't remember the name because it comes from one of our sayings. I'm sure someone will tell me in the comments. No, I remember after I've recorded this video. And I go, oh, why didn't I remember that? But there was something in, I'm sure it was like Victorian London or something, where someone's job was to actually go with a big stick and bang on windows to wake people up. Because, you know, alarm clocks and stuff like that, you know, weren't really a thing. I can't remember what the job was called, but I sure remember in due course. So that's Clarence the Waker Upper. So let's stand you there. Your two figures, so both from 1995. So the next one we have now is Gordon. We've got two of these figures as well. I'm not sure on the dates on these ones, but I'd say they're going to be from 1994 and 1995. He first appeared in the 1989 ad, and he's the Tetley Tea folk gardener, and he is quiet and he is very knowledgeable. As you can see from this figure, because he's playing his like trombone there, he's playing. He's got his big moustache as well. This one he's holding, proudly holding a rose that he's picked from the garden. And yeah, he keeps the Tetley garden in full bloom. So that's Gordon. We've got two more characters from the Tetley Tea folk. So the next one is the only female of the group, and that is Tina. This figure's from 1994. She first appeared in a Tetley Tea ad in 1990, and she is caring, fun-loving, and helpful. She's sporting her blonde ponytail there. She's got a red top on as well, and like a blue skirt. So she is, yes, like I say, the only female of the group. So you can go there. And the last but not least character we have is Archie, holding some symbols there. He first appeared in 1993. He's the youngest of the Tetley Tea folk, and he's also Gaffer's nephew. And he's still at school, full of life and very mischievous. And this figure is from 1995. So that is Archie. So that's the Tetley Tea folk of the figures I have. Now the next group we've got to look at are some teapots. Now the first one we have is this one here. Now we can make that out, but it says it's Gordon's teapot, and of course what we know about Gordon is, of course, he is the Tetley Tea folk gardener. So that's represented here in his teapot, because he's got his sort of flower, so his flowers on his teapot shaped like hedge there, and a little bird sitting on top on a nest. I do love the detail, and they're very sort of you know, I don't know, they've been hand painted, but they give that sort of impression. It's got a watering can there as well. Like I say, like the detail, and it gives it that kind of like individual feel, rather than, these things that are mass produced. But you know, we're missing a lot of this nowadays. You don't get these sort of gifts on packs, or you know, sending away for stuff like this anymore. It's all download this and you know, get this and all that. It's lost a bit of its charm, really. Got a ladder on there as well, and that one's from I think that's 1995. No, 1996. I couldn't quite make out whether it's a 6 or a 5. So 1996, and they're quite heavy as well, substantial. So that is Gordon's teapot. So the next one we have is this teapot, and this is the Gaffer's teapot. Very brightly red teapot. There, got a teapot and teacups on top. Now, of course, what we know about the Gaffer is he's in charge of the Tetley Tea folk, so hence the kind of like all the drawers he's got there, like a filing cabinet, keeps all these important documents in there. And this one is also from 1996. I'm guessing these ones from 1996, but yeah, nice, again, nice lot of detail on there. So that is the Gaffer's one. Now the next one, I really like this one. Well, I like them all really, but this is Archie's teapot. And of course, what do you know about Archie? Well, he's still at school, so hence this very nicely decorated on the side for all these sort of school themed emblems, and he's got all these sort of school stuff in the top there. So that is Archie's teapot. I think these are all from 1996, yeah, so I imagine they were released as a collection. So now we've got Sydney's teapot. Now it's interesting because it's a very football themed one. So he must be a football theme. I don't know if there's a Tetley Tea United football team, or if it's I don't know, Tottenham or something. I don't know football, so I don't know whose colours of blue and white would be. But yeah, that's a nice. It's got the woolly hat on top as well. And again, this is from 1996. I don't know how many of these were, because I've only got 5 of these. Got one more in a minute to show, and I haven't got one for each character, so I assume there are some more to get. So the last one we've got here, this is Morris's teapot. Of course, what do we know about Morris? Well, he's an engineering genius, so hence his teapot here, very futuristic looking. There looks like you could sort of get in it and fly it away. I like the sort of silver detailing on it there. Very nice teapot. So the last ones, we've got some houses now. Well, we've got a couple of other figures as well, but let's do the houses first. Like I say, let me know in the comments if you have any of these and what you think of them. So I got one of these houses before. I saw it in the charity shop. I thought, oh, this looks nice. And I didn't realise till I got home, I noticed on the side that it was something to do with Tetley. And then of course I got more recently. So this one is Gordon's potting shed. Like we said already, Gordon is the gardener, the Tetley Tea folk. So again, a lot of detail on here. All the, you got nice, you got a tree there, some little trees there. You can see the windows. It's like nice gardening patch there. You know, and all the various details on there. You know, like I say, it's got a very homemade sort of feel, which I really like. And I think these are from, what date have these got a date on them? 95, so these are probably released before, these are released before the teapots then. So the next one we have is Morris's work shed. Of course, because he's an engineer, so he needs a shed to work in when he's doing all his plans for his Tetley Tea machines and all that he needs to get together, or whatever he's going to do. Nice lot of detail again on there. Now this is an interesting one. We've got Tina's Cake Shop. So Tina, of course, the only female in the group, but she's running a cake shop as well in her spare time from helping out at Tetley. So that's good, of course, because tea and cakes go well together. So she can provide everyone with some lovely cakes, as well as the tea that they produce. And then we have Sydney's Meal House. Not a meal house on Simpsons, but literally a meal house. So Sydney, as well as again working for Tetley, he has a meal house where he produces flour. So does he then supply the flour to Tina to make the cakes? I imagine he does. You've got a nice water wheel there. Yeah, again, a lot of nice detail in there. That's a very sort of heavy one, that one. Much larger than the others as well. Okay, now this one is the Gaffer's Tea Shop. So this was the one I saw in the charity shop, and I thought, oh, that's a nice little house, because it's kind of like sort of Victorian, isn't it, on the outside. Do like that, and I think that's what appealed to me. So these are all from 1996. Now, even on the brickwork, you've got nice detail in there. And I imagine, I mean, I might be wrong, but I imagine these are all produced in the UK. I say that because of the detailing and all that. You know, you can often tell when, you know, sometimes things from China and abroad are a mixed bag. You know, you get some good things, but you can get some things where you know, without even looking at the details, where that's been made, because it's, you know, how cheap it's been produced. But these don't give that vibe off at all, you know. So yeah, I like that. So the Gaffer's got a tea shop as well, so he's very busy, as well as being in charge of the Tetley Tea folk. He's got a shop as well, so I wonder what he sells in there, apart from obviously the Tetley Tea. Now, that's the last of the houses. So I've just got a couple of figures here. These are from 1997. There's no detailing on these. It's just a random squirrel. Yeah, enjoying a nut. And I know obviously it is to do with Tetley, because it's got copyright Tetley on it, 1997. So I'm guessing there are more of these, because I've only got two, and the other one we've got is this toucan. Again from 1997, but again, nice lot of detail as well. So I'm guessing these were a set that were released afterwards. Also, I'm not sure the connection with the animals. Maybe they just wanted to release some a set of animals as well. Maybe it's something to do with wildlife conservation or something. Maybe someone can let me know in the comments section, because it was only 1997, I was only 17, so I remember bits and pieces about, you know, I do remember the Tetley Tea folk, because they've been going for a long time. So that's the collection. So like I say, let me know in the comments what you think of these, and I think we should just do a bit of a zoom out so we can see it all. There we go. Yeah. So it's a nice collection. Now I've got a few duplicates in the collection, but it was nice to get them, because otherwise you'd just be collecting one here and, you know, trying to look out for them. They're not something I see very often either, apart from obviously online, but in the flesh. Don't often see them at charity shops or boot sales. And this teapot I got here at car boots for 50p recently. It was a great bargain. It's a big, you know, it's a full-size teapot. I don't know when. I'm guessing in the 90's it was sold at some point, maybe a bit earlier than that. But it's got choice Tetley tea and established date on it as well, and a nice Tetley mug as well, with the Gaffer on it, and I think that's Sydney as well, isn't it? I think so, yeah. I've got some other merchandise of Tetley Tea folk, which is in my other videos than I've done previously. So if you enjoyed that video, please do give it a like, and subscribe if you want to, and thank you if you have, and ring that bell for notifications of future retro videos as well as other content as well. And I'll see you in the next video. And from the Tetley Tea folk and me, is bye for now.